Hi, my name's Jeff, and I'm going to show you some fast ways to use the rstones Rhinestone Designer Suite for CorelDRAW. If you're more of an artistic type person and you like to sketch things out, a very quick way to use the product is to go into Photo Paint. I'm using X5 at the moment, and just simply sketch out something, such as a flower, something like this. And I'm just going to draw a little, well, maybe I'll just have it come off from there. So it's nothing too fancy there. I'm going to bring up my fill bucket. I'm just pressing the F key. I'm going to change my tolerance to about 30 there. Then I'm going to right click on the yellow swatch, pressing the F key, and let's see if this works out for me. Oh, my tolerance had changed on me there. There. So very quickly we made a simple little flower. And what I'm going to do now is just press Control C. It'll copy exactly what we're seeing there. We'll go over to CorelDRAW, paste it in. So what's interesting now is that we have a bitmap there. It's fairly low resolution, but that's okay. I'm going to launch our stones, and what we're going to do is go to this tab here where we have we can use bitmaps as our source artwork. So what we're going to do is go to the bitmap tab there, go to bitmap options. We're going to select use transparent color. I'm going to select the transparent color. I want the white area in my bitmap to become transparent later. The original bitmap will be deleted. Let's go back over to bitmap here and just press the button and see what happens. So very quickly it's converted that flower to rhinestones. We've got a variety of different colors in there. So what I might suggest for some of these cases is if you want to do a simpler job, I'm just going to back up a few notches in Photo Paint, copy it to the clipboard again, paste it in, and very quickly, by the way, this little icon here right now I'm designing in just plain circle mode. If you press that button, you can see how it will change to show a little rhinestone in there. That means when we're doing, if you want to see realistic rhinestones, that's the icon that you'd want to press to work in rhinestone design mode. If you want to just have a real quick, just simple circles, just click this button and you can design in that mode. And it's quicker but less realistic. So you can see we have different colored rhinestones in there. A simple way to replace all of those with a consistent color is to go to this fourth tab along the top and just press that icon there, and it's forced all of those existing stones to one single color of stone. So that's a quick way to, let's try something else real quickly. I'm going to delete that, go over to Photo Paint again, and I'll just draw a quick little cartoon type face. Something like that, nothing too fancy. To increase eyeballs. Alright, copying it to the clipboard, pasting it in CorelDRAW, running rstones, and choose our transparent color. So very quickly it's created that little guy there that we just made, and we can force it all to a single color of stone. If we don't like that color, we can just simply choose a different color like that, and it'll force it all to that new color very quickly. If you want to see real stones instead, then you would press this icon, which will change it from plain circles to actual rhinestones if you wanted to see a simulation. So if we wanted to see what that would look like with a background, you can just quickly make a background and drop it in place there. And now you've got something. If you wanted to see that background as a texture, let's grab, well, black denim for example. Change our scaling of it. And so you can kind of get a simulation of how that job might look. Again, it's just a quick little thing just to show you some possibilities. So if you're more artistic, a very fast way to create something is to sketch it out in Photo Paint and then run this macro, and then right before your eyes you can see how your art might turn out later. So that's one quick thing there, and don't forget about this design mode, whether you want to design with rhinestones directly or just plain circles, just to speed things up if you're a fast working type artist. Also, somebody was asking me about text. Of course you can create text with or fill text with the program. That's not a problem at all. So let's try couple things here. I'm just going to go to, let's pick a fancy font here. I don't like that particular one. That's because we're all using all capitals here. Let's try this one. Okay, I'm going to convert that to curves. Control Q will do that. There's several ways we could either fill it or just do a simple outline around that. Let's see what happens here. So just did a real quick little outline of my name super quickly there. Just going to get rid of those. Actually, I'm going to go back to that. I'm going to copy this to the cut it to the clipboard rather, this original text. Again, if we wanted to see that as rhinestones, we're just going to convert that to rhinestones like this. But let's say I don't want black rhinestones, I want clear ones. I'm just going to go up to here, choose crystal, and let's try that. So let's change that to crystal very quickly. You can just dump in a quick background there. And let's zoom in on it. Oh, we've got actual, let's convert those circles to stones. See what we have there. There we go. So we've got actual stones showing there, and pretty straightforward for that. But what if you wanted to do like a center line type thing? Let's try that. Just going to get rid of this. Let's go ahead and let's type out Susan, for example. And I'll pick some kind of a thinner, fancy font. Let's see, what do I have here? I saw something, maybe something like that. I'm going to convert that to curves. There's different ways to do centerline stuff, but we could go to Tools, make central line, and let's see what we're left with there. So it's a little bit rough, but it's doing centerline stuff is a little bit tricky. But if we use this as our, just going to ungroup it, combine it all into a single curve, and then run that, get rid of the, see if I can select that line there. So very quickly we did a center line on some existing font. So that's what it came up with. If we want to convert that from, it really depends on what mode you're designing in from the beginning. You could leave it in rhinestone design mode from the beginning if you wanted to. So I'm just going to select that and let's choose a different color stone here, something like that, and do that. Oops, I think we have to do that one. So I was just going to quickly convert that to stones, and you can kind of check it out. Now you notice that there's some intersections here. There's an option in the program to deal with those, and that's this button right there. Let's see if it cleans that up like it just did. So very quickly, it did a center line on a curve like that. So let's try something else. Artistic media is quite interesting in the sense that you can create things like this very quickly. So I'm going to thicken this up to, let's say, 1. It's just a quick little design. Now, before you can use artistic media for something like rhinestones, you could break that apart, which is Control K. And let's see what we have here. And I might have to ungroup it here. There was that simple little line there. If we were to right-click on this and then give it a no fill, and then I right-clicked on the black swatch there, now we have a simple curve that I can do an outline on, such as this. And I'm going to go to change this to stone mode, by the way, before I launch that. So let's see what happens here. So we can move this out of the way. And so very quickly we did an outline on that. If we wanted to do something a little more fancy yet, I could do something like a island fill, like this. Let's check that out. Depth, I'm going to go to 2. There we go. So let's move that out of the way. So you can see what it did there. We've got a couple of intersections we've got to deal with. Not a problem. We'll go to this window here, fix those up. So that's what that does, the island fill. Pretty cool. Let's get rid of that. And what if we were to do like a grid fill on this? Let's try horizontal shift. Let's see what that does for us. There we go. So that's going to take more stones, but it did fill that area. So anyway, there's a little more insight into rstones, and hope you enjoyed the quick little tutorial of some of the things you can do with it. Okay, take care.